How's it going, guys? My package finally arrived. I don't know if you can see all my breath in my garage. I don't have heat, so the forge is my heat. So let's go ahead and get that puppy hot, and I'll show you what we're working with today, making a set of tongs. So if you've been watching me for a little while, you've seen that I attempted to make some pairs of tongs. The one pair turned out pretty bad. I started getting really good at making the area that the rivet goes through. I think that's called the boss. I made one that was really good, and I got excited. Broke another one. Went to try to make more, and it wasn't quite what I wanted. And I'm starting to want to make some fun stuff. I like making this stuff, but just not enough to where I just want to keep repeating the process over and over and over again. So, I was watching Black Bear Forge. If you haven't seen them, check them out. And they were reviewing, or John over there was reviewing a set of tongs from Ken's Custom Iron. And I bought a cheap set off Amazon. They were the smaller ones. Those are the ones that you see me use in the video, and I fiddle with them all the time. I didn't read the instructions very well. I was in a hurry, and they still worked. So pretty impressed with those, but I wanted the bigger set. So I went on Ken's Custom Iron and bought their package. It was on sale. I believe it was $44 for their quick tongs, which that's what these are. These are the bigger ones, and the rapid tongs are the smaller ones. And then I picked up a couple specialty tongs that I wanted, and they were like 12 bucks a piece or something like that. But these things were ridiculously well packaged. They came in a nice box. The box was all in perfect, pristine condition. All the packaging. But there was no holes in the boxes, nothing. It was perfect. So, and it came with a nice little bag with the rivets, and these things are huge compared to the other ones. And even comes with a handwritten Merry Christmas. So, appreciate those guys over there. I'm going to go ahead and start. I'm going to open these, pick out the set that we're going to make today, and then I'll show you guys what we're starting with, and then we'll get stuff in the fire. A lot of this I'm not going to be probably doing at the anvil. It's going to be done here on the table. It's a lot of bending and twisting, but I'll explain more of that as we get going. So this is essentially what we're working with. These are cut out, nice flat, super clean. These four are the ones that come with the kit. Slot, flat, bolt, and scrolling tongs. These are the two I bought separate. A knife tong and a railroad spike tong. And today we are going to do the railroad spike tong. And they are nice enough to have full instructions of everything you need to do while you do it. So I'm going to go ahead and make sure I actually hold on to this time. And have this sitting right next to me while I go through the processes of making these tongs. Alright, so first thing we gotta do is put this in here. This is center of the groove, the corner of the vise. And that looks about right to me. And they do have some videos over there for Ken's Custom Iron too, that they show you how to make these a lot better than I'm going to, for sure. So bend at 90 degrees, and then we're going to heat this up some more and put a twist in it. Now that we're hot again, put it back in the vise here. Then it says counterclockwise, so we're going to go ahead and tighten this up, bend this counterclockwise until it is up and about, like that. And it says close the gap with a hammer. You know, these are looking a lot better than the other set of tongs I put together already. So I guess following the instructions helps. Alright, so I'm going to set this side aside. This side is part A. This is the part A. Now I'm going to set this off to the side and work on part B. But pretty nice. Probably got to heat that up and close that gap a little bit more. But for right now, I think that is good. So we're going to put this in the vise with the U, with the reins to the left, about a 1/4 inch from the top. That's about right. If you have a blacksmith vise, this would be a lot easier. And then bend them backwards. Now, I believe in the video, when I watched the video the other day, he set this down on the anvil and he upset that corner to make it a little bit stronger. I don't plan on he-hoing these, so I think I'll be alright. So I think I'm just going to leave these bent. Doesn't say to do this part, but I'm going to tighten these up in the vise just to make sure they're somewhat even with each other. And touch really hot steel apparently. Alright, I'll bring you guys in for the next part. Now it's time for another twist. That says 90 counterclockwise. So kind of helps if you have a bigger wrench, I guess. Alright, I'm going to reheat this before I break it, finish this twist, and then we'll get back to it. The next part of the whole thing is drawing your reins, and that's totally up to preference. I actually like bigger reins, so I'm just going to round these off a little bit and call them good. Oh, and straighten them some more. But that's literally all I'm doing. I'm gonna take the edge off them, and then maybe thin this much of it out and curl it, and then we'll get on to the drilling for the boss. At the drill press, and I think, even though it says to do this later on, it is kind of difficult to get this where I want it in the drill press. Like, I put a center punch mark. I think I got it pretty lined up. Hopefully. I'm going to go ahead and put a little drop of the old oil on there. And go ahead and give her a drill. I guess if I plugged it in. One thing to remember, plug your equipment in if you're going to be using it, I think, would be a good idea. Alright. Oh, that was awful. It's almost exactly where I wanted it, so I'll go ahead and do that on the other side, get them to line up, then we'll go ahead and set the rivet. Alright, so we're going to go ahead and set her down just over the anvil. It's almost down. Got enough room in here to move these a little bit. So we're going to do probably one more heat on those. And the rivet will be set, and then we'll go ahead and adjust these. Alright, so I'm going to go ahead and put a railroad spike in there. Tap that all the way down. I'm going to go ahead and put it right through here, this hole in the anvil. Thing loose, tight. The only thing I'm going to do is heat this up one more time. And see how these aren't fully straight. I want to tighten these up just a little bit. And how the reins overlap, I want to straighten them. But, yeah, straighten them. I don't know if you guys can see. But this one kicks over. And then the railroad spike isn't straight with the tongs here. So I'm going to go ahead and fix those. And then we'll go ahead and meet you back at the end of the video. Alright guys, there we go. When I was adjusting it, I knocked this away a little bit, so hopefully that won't affect it too much. But overall, they work really well. This was my first time pretty much peening my own rivet. They do sell rivet setters, I believe, on Ken's Custom Iron, or rivet headers, not setters. I mean, he might have those too, but I think he does custom stuff. Like to order, so I mean, or you can make your own. Overall, this was really easy. I struggled with the first set, which is, I mean, sad to me now because of how much little stuff I've done. Plus, if you actually follow the instructions on Ken's Custom Iron that they send you, and you actually use their website tutorial and you kind of look at them before you make them, it makes it a lot easier to make these. But all the railroad spike does, slide in there like that, pinches, and then it's in there. And I straightened it up so the reins are nice and straight. So while you're holding it, you're working on it, it's not going nowhere. And pretty much what I tried to do was make this fit the head a little bit better, and then knocked it away from there. On the instructions it says to make sure that's flat, so I kind of did that and then undid it, and hopefully that doesn't come back to bite me. If not, these were a really good buy. I mean, these were, like I said, like 12 bucks, and didn't take me very long. I think I've been working on it for less than an hour, and that's with doing video and stuff. So I mean, yeah, totally worth the money. I really doubt any of the people I've learned from off YouTube are going to see this. But John from Black Bear Forge, I appreciate you showing these on your channel. I mean, I've been getting the making of tongs from scratch. I'm learning a little bit by a little bit, but these were definitely, like you said, a really good way to start. I didn't need tongs to make these. I have really big hands, so the reins are already pretty comfy. I just rounded them a little bit so I didn't have a sharp edge. But, and then Ken's Custom Iron, I appreciate you guys selling these. So I mean, if you guys see this, awesome. Very much appreciated. But that's it for this video, guys. I will be making some railroad spike projects, hence this, the ball punch, the chisels and stuff I made. It's almost that time, so definitely wanted to make a set of these. I'm getting ready to deliberate what my next video is going to be. So, yeah, I mean, thanks for following along. Like, share, subscribe. Comment, let me know if you want to see some of these other tongs made. I'm probably going to do them here and there as I realize I need them. But if you guys want them rapid fire, I am not really in a too big of a hurry, so I can go ahead and just do those back to back and get them done. So thanks for watching, and here's one more view of the railroad spike tongs from Ken's Custom Iron.